Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer, and welcome to the lunchtime streaming show of avgeeks, where we watch old 16mm films while some of you are eating. Some of you aren't because you're visiting from other time zones, countries, etc. But I appreciate you joining us and watching what we got. That last film was Train from France to Madrid, 1929. And that was a home movie that somebody shot, a vacation home movie. And what's interesting is those intertitles. And what you could do is you could go to your local camera shop and you could pay to have those intertitles made, and some company would send you the intertitles on 16 or 8mm. And so I've seen many of those from different companies. You could also buy a titling kit, which I've also seen, which are pretty cool, especially the ones that have the 3D raised letters, and then you shoot it, and there's like a shadow. Really stunning stuff. And I've seen those show up occasionally at antique stores and on eBay, and they're pretty cool looking. And I've also run across like some prolific home movie people who shot like hundreds of hours of home movie footage, usually rich people. I found like I was scanning a bunch of these, of this one collection that had like over 200 reels, and big reels too at that. And they had a reel of just intertitles. And so it was kind of fascinating to see. Anyways, we watch old 16 films, and let's watch Route 1, which is part of a series about underage drinking.
That's right. Ethyl and methyl.
Hey, look, Patches. What is he
And
doing
there are
here?
some others, too. There is iso.
Oh, Patches. Look at him.
Isn't ethyl alcohol the only kind you can drink?
Right. Now, who knows what can happen if you drink any other kind of alcohol but ethyl alcohol?
And if you just take a little bit, it can really mess up your mind.
Someone told me that you could kill your brain cells if you took the wrong kind of alcohol, like one of those up there.
Yeah.
Well, when I was doing my alcohol project, I read with this guy. He got into a medicine cabinet as this little kid, and he drank some rubbing alcohol, and it killed him.
Right. In fact, if you drink any of the other kinds of alcohol but ethyl alcohol, you can destroy all the nerve cells in your body and maybe even go blind. As some of you may have read in the newspapers about people drinking antifreeze, industrial alcohol, rubbing alcohol. These are not for drinking purposes. If you drink them, you may die. Now, only ethyl alcohol is beverage alcohol. Well, nobody drinks it straight. Ethyl alcohol is in liquor, beer, and wine. What's going on back there, boys? Ernie? Willie?
Oh, nothing, Mr. Fox.
It's just that
Well, Bobby's dog Patches, he's just outside the window, and,
And what?
he's got a hangover.
What do you mean he has a hangover?
Is there anything you can give him, Mr. Barker? There must be a way to cure his hangover.
Bobby, you go and bring Patches inside here.
In here?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about this hangover of his.
Great.
Now, the rest of you get back to your seats. Now, can anybody tell me how Bobby's dog got drunk?
It happened yesterday at Bobby's sister's wedding. Bobby's mother said he could have a few of us kids over for the reception afterwards. And it was fantastic. Bobby's mother had it catered and everything. There must have been 100 people there.
And what happened?
Here he is, Mr. Barker.
He looks pretty miserable, doesn't he?
Not so loud. He's got a headache.
Willie and Ernie were just beginning to tell us how Patches got drunk yesterday.
Well, we were sort of walking around at the reception. After the wedding ceremony, everybody was wishing my sister and Hal, the guy she married, good luck and all that stuff. I guess the champagne helped everybody relax. It was a celebration anyway. And Mom and Dad said since it was a special occasion, even Willie, Ernie, and me could have a glass of champagne for good luck. And I don't know how it happened, but Patches began to start drinking too. We didn't think much about it or anything. We thought he was just acting funny. And he did seem to like it a lot.
Come on, tell him what happened next.
As soon as the champagne hit him, Patches thought he was a regular guest at the party. But the champagne finally got to him, and it just sat there with a dumb look on his face.
And he went to sleep right after that and didn't wake up until this morning. And now he has this terrible hangover. Isn't there anything you can give him, Mr. Barker? A hangover cure to make him feel better?
Now, hold it, one at a time.
Well, I was talking to my oldest brother about my alcohol project, and he says the best thing to do to relieve the hangover is to go in a dark room and just lay down and go to sleep.
Oh, no. When my father has a hangover, he drinks a raw egg and some tomato juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what if you stuff yourself with a gigantic breakfast?
I read somewhere that giant superdoses of vitamins can cure a hangover in an hour.
Actually, none of these things work. Maybe if the hangover's given you a headache, you can take a couple of aspirin to ease the pain. But there are no hangover cures.
Is it the same for Patches as it is for us?
Exactly the same. How long your hangover lasts and how drunk you get depends upon your size and weight, what you've been drinking, how much you've been drinking, and how much drinking you've done in your life before.
Think about what you drink about. Oh, what you think. And think about what you drink about. For you swallow what you drink. Height, age, weight, and experience, that's how to figure it out. Height, age, weight, and experience, facts everybody should be thinking about. Know about, just don't go about. Be what you wanna be. And think about what you drink about. For you swallow what you drink. And be what you wanna be. And think about what you drink about. But why did Patches get so drunk?
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah, he's not only big, he's fat.
All right, quiet down. Now, who can tell us why Patches got drunk?
Well, he drank a lot. The more you drink, the more you're drunk.
He might not have eaten all day. Then the alcohol would affect him more.
Maybe there's a whole lot of alcohol in champagne.
Okay. Now, who can tell us how much alcohol is in the different kinds of drinks?
I can. The bartenders I talked to told me that all hard liquor has between 40 and 50% alcohol in it. They showed me the bottle where it says the word proof and told me that half of whatever's written on the label is the percentage of alcohol.
But what about the champagne that Patches drank?
My project showed that all wines have about 10 to